Do you work from here as well, Odah?
Yeah, my office is just up there.
Hang on a second. Hey, this is an elite Christmas present. It's called Odah Loo. So basically, when you go for a shit, you drop mate. You air freshener.
Does it probably work? Yeah.
Oh my word!
Does it really?
Oh my word! Like I haven't used air freshener in 4 months.
Jesus.
So I'm basically I've ordered £100 worth of Odah Loo, and I'm going to every single family member for Christmas.
How much is it?
It's a £16.95 one-time purchase.
How many drops are we talking here?
Mate, it lasts like... I'm talking like that's for like... I should say, shouldn't it? Because obviously, not to deep it, but what's the reason the room smells afterwards? It ain't what nuggets you've dropped, is it? It's the dirty water.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the musty water, right? That's what emanates all of the odours out. So just stick a little...
I definitely need it because my shit stinks.
When we get in the flow of it, we'll need some sort of jingle.
Salisbury Business Podcast. Salisbury Business Podcast.
Why, just off the cuff?
Yeah.
Did you just think of that?
What is that though? Why
I'm kidding. It's shit.
Yeah, 3 cents of the word. Lime and lemongrass. So put this on the screen.
Yeah.
And put a link to it. And
Can they sponsor us?
I was going to say, see if you can get a little...
Odah Loo. Like Purdy and Pig. I'm very impressed.
Purdy and Pig.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. I think
something just beeped down there.
The beep?
Yeah.
I don't know, you're the tech guy.
What kind of beep?
It was a... Like you just plug something in or out. It was like a...
Hello? Did you say something?
Hello. Hello, darkness.
Test. All good?
Oh, we're working.
So we got Liam Hynes from S&P Global in today.
Excuse me?
That did actually come up when I googled it. I was like, oh, you've got coming on.
Feeling the tash, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's cool tash.
We'll superimpose Liam on the screen.
Superimpose.
Yeah. We're not Liam Hynes serves as the global head of new product development. In this role, he leads strategic product innovation, driving the development of cutting-edge research. In fairness,
that's not me, right? I was going to say
that isn't you.
That isn't, yeah.
One day,
Are you
maybe.
sure? Because it looks just like you.
Head of new product development.
Is he in the UK?
Yes.
Someone's getting an ad on LinkedIn.
I was going to
later.
say this is interesting. So, we normally tend to try and find a few things. Oh, transfer market, Liam Hynes.
Okay, yeah.
Central midfield.
No, that's
without
not
a club since the 1st of July 2021.
That sounds about right. Timeline's pretty accurate.
Is that you?
No, not centre midfielder though.
No, okay.
No, definitely not me.
Last club was Marine FC. Warrington, South.
So right now we're just promoting all of the
everyone.
No, this is just quite a fun exercise because we normally we started it off with Andy Munns had written himself an IMDb profile.
I saw, yeah.
And so obviously when you're searching, like we kind of know each other, but I'm putting that thinking, right, is there anything I can find? Like, is there anything?
Centre midfield and unbelievable moustache. Yeah.
How do you two know each other?
Sort of mutual friends. Debs is really good friends with Charmaine and his wife. Yeah. They've just been to Marrakesh, haven't they?
Last weekend they were
I've seen some pictures. It does look really nice.
Swanning around in Marrakesh while I was at home with the 2 kids. Unbelievable.
Good little content trip, isn't it, Marrakesh? I've seen plenty of...
perfect for it, isn't it? Perfect.
Like balloon, they want that hot air balloon.
It does look cool.
Like first thing in the morning.
It's an Instagrammable destination.
he's there like making breakfast. It's funny. But I mean, there's like, it's similar, isn't it? There's so many people that we all know. Yeah. But like, you just, you sort of know, you've met.
I'm surprised we haven't, to be honest. I'm surprised we haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've lived here forever?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Because I think we first met properly when I came to your house.
That's right,
Oxford Rise, and then you were that was just before your latest child, but it was just like it was too close, wasn't it?
What's that, sorry?
So it was, I swear it was last, so your youngest one.
Yeah.
So
child, sorry, if it's a child. Yeah. Piers now 2, so we moved out of there when she was 3 months old, which was handy.
Was that 2023 then?
23, yeah.
Yeah, because you done a really good job. You had the outside cabin and stuff, hadn't you?
Yeah, that's right,
which I've seen on Instagram stories a few times.
Really?
Outside cabin, what like?
I used to work in. It was like a log cabin basically, but we kind of painted it, plastered the inside, so it was like a outside office pretty much.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I used to love it. It's cold in the winter.
Oh, was it?
You used to have to heat it up like a good hour before because it was cold.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's perfect.
And they're what you should do now instead of like a crappy conservatory or something. Because people want to work from home, or people are working from home.
Loads of people have got
sometimes, but people hate and again, like if I spent more time at home working rather than being out and about, I would have had a cabin built because they're actually they've got some value. You know what I mean? Because people want to feel like the commute joke where you like leave the back door, you go.
You kind of are out of the house though as well. Yeah. That's the thing. Like you're actually out of the house. You're not, but you're not in the spare room or in the kitchen or whatever.
That's what I'd worry about working from home.
Yeah.
Is that if I was working in a spare room, I'd just keep going and
getting
distracted.
You never feel like you're not working. Because you always know. Like I hated it until it got busy and I thought I was out most of the time. But like I hated it. I really did.
Really,
well, that's because you spent 90% of your time playing Call of Duty.
It was a pandemic. New business, pandemic.
Could you do much from at home in your role?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
viewings and stuff. Obviously, it was just.
Yeah, like I mean, that's always been the thing. It's just like the moment you get a couple of listings, you're obviously going out.
Yeah.
But it was obviously in the early days. I was doing a lot of I was trying to generate as much business as possible. I only had like 5 houses on the market, so so you did spend like 6 hours a day at home, and I had no spare room. I had a spare room, but I had no cabin or anything.
Yeah.
And I just remember like it gets like 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'd just be going out for a walk. Because it was the only way I felt like I could, bored as hell. Like didn't really want to go for a walk, but
stretch the legs, get up.
So like people are actually paying more for houses now with things like cabins, with outside working spaces because you can actually separate the work in the cabin, shut the door, lock it up in the evening, go back into the house, and it feels like
so it's like you're actually going out to work.
But then obviously you were sort of going that way, weren't you? And then I know you obviously went and just for the ease of like not having a new house on a new baby at the same time.
Yeah, we moved in. They gave us the keys, so we moved from one Persimmon house to the other, like 500 yards away. They gave us the keys on the 22nd of December, like, with a new baby, with no carpet.
Next week.
Oh my god! Luckily, they let us stay in Alfred Rise until the new year, so we could kind of do both.
Because that'd have been a nightmare.
Oh mate, it's ridiculous. Yeah. They're doing the same now. They're smashing all of these houses out. I'm assuming to get people in for Christmas. Same thing. It's horrendous.
So we're doing. I mean, I'm going to do some appointments after this, but normally, like at the minute, we're pretty dead. The only thing we're doing is like, right, there's your keys, because everyone just. But I've never really understood like why you would want to. Because Christmas is quite a cool time of year, isn't it? I've never understood why people would want to be rushing to be in before Christmas because I get it sounds good, But then you're in your new house, especially with kids, like around boxes, you don't know where anything is.
Oh, and also moving is horrible.
Why would you want to do that when you can have some time off? Like, I always think, relax, have one last Christmas in your home, which is all
have a massive party and just leave.
And then take a week off work in January and move in the new year.
That's what we did.
I hate it.
I don't understand it, but everyone's like, we're pulling out if we're not in before Christmas.
It's the milestone of getting in before Christmas, I guess.
I do get it, and and you speak to some people, and like Taylor and Zoe yesterday, they're moving in on Tuesday, and he's buzzing because they haven't really had to have their Christmas tree up, and they've got a young one. Do you know what I mean? Because he's like, well, I'm not going to put a Christmas tree up when I'm moving in 10 days. So they're buzzing because they can actually, and their son's like, where's our tree?
Yeah.
So I get it, but no. So I mean, obviously we got so many
cross paths, a few times,
And so your business.
Yes.
So I did a bit of research.
Okay.
It was about 10 minutes ago.
Don't sell us short here.
I feel like it's better if I don't know, because then I'm like,
just find out for the first time when you talk.
Yeah, and I'm actually interested.
Yeah.
So that sounds bad. No, I was interested in everybody, but I mean, like,
but I think we've had Gareth and Andy, who have both had. So again, no spoilers, but a lot of your stuff is AI based, isn't it? All of it, yeah. And so I think obviously they were sort of slightly skeptical about AI, weren't they? And obviously Gareth does graphic design, Andy's obviously radio, and we've all had differing experiences with
I think everybody is skeptical in a way, aren't they? Yeah. At this point, 5 years down the line, that would just be everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got. I saw that you had 2 different things going on.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's
so you've got.
My Candidates, which is a AI-based recruitment platform, and the AI Pros, which is a more general AI consultancy. We build whatever you want using AI.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is something that I need to take advantage of at some point. We were talking about that on.
We're working with estate agents currently.
Okay. How did that work?
So they wanted a voice agent to answer calls outside of hours. So they were missing phone calls at the weekend after 5 o'clock, and it was costing them sales essentially. So we had a relationship with them anyway, and they wanted.
Not here, by the way.
Yeah, not here. It's in the Midlands in Birmingham. Yeah. So we built this voice agent for them, which was answering calls outside of the weekend and out of hours, and it kind of evolved. They loved it, and it kind of evolved. We've now got the person who runs the estate agent's voice clone, so it sounds exactly like them. So it's
so you phone up at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
everywhere's closed.
Yeah,
and then do they know they're talking to an AI?
No, not necessarily. No.
That's mad.
Yeah. So this is probably what I'm going to end up doing because we were discussing this, weren't we? Like again, it's not if it's out of hours. The client emotion.
There's different versions. There's different versions of how you want it. You can get the IVR to say, do you want to talk about sales? Do you want to talk about viewings? Do you want to talk about whatever it may be? Or you can get it to just say, how can I help? And then it just there's different versions. Different people want different things.
And so that when it says how can I help, and then somebody answers or whatever. Obviously, the AI system works in the background, and then it figures out what the answer is.
Yeah.
How long is the pause?
That's a good question because that is the main thing. Now, there's a slight, I would say about half a second, but sometimes that's right because sometimes you do that. Genuinely,
I was thinking more. It would be like
3 seconds,
4 seconds.
I mean. By the time this podcast goes out, that's going to be down. Like it's going down and getting better every single time.
Insane.
Like it's about half a second at the moment. Sometimes that's good, like I said. Sometimes it's not, and you can kind of tell. If it doesn't, you're probably going to ask what happens if it doesn't know the answer. If it doesn't know the answer, then it says, "I can't answer your question. I'm going to get Adam to call you back in tomorrow morning as soon as he's in the office."
And but the reason it's so.
But if you've cloned his voice. Obviously, if I say, if he says,
it's slightly different.
Adam
that's true. It'd be slightly different in Adam's case because it's Adam, whereas this is a branch of like 7 or 8 offices.
So you're just talking to
a person. Yeah.
Okay. But if you were talking to Adam, and Adam's AI voice, he'd say, "Oh, I don't actually know the answer yet. I'll call you back tomorrow."
That would be an issue. So you'd have to set it up to
But to be fair, like if it's out of hours. The client expectation is far lower.
Of course.
Do you know my mind is running too fast right now. I shouldn't have had that coffee.
I think he's buzzing. He's excited. So like if it's in hours, I think the pressure is on to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because obviously you phone up an estate agent or anything at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, you're driving back from home before you pick the kids up. You want the answer. Do you know what I mean? Like your pressure to want to know what's going on. So if you're then trying to act as if you're on the phone, but you're not. You're gonna get far more emotion than. Like for me, out of hours, it's just a case of because again, I was explaining we use or EXP use Moneypenny, which is like the biggest call answering service in the UK, and they literally have people all day, all night. They do night shifts and everything, and so like, I mean, obviously, not many people actually call at that time of the day. But like you get a call at 7:30, and I get an email through, and it's like Mr. and Mrs. Willett want to have a look at 1 Acacia Avenue. Here's their number. They've asked to view next Saturday if possible. So actually, the reality is that's information that you can get out. You don't need a person to get that information, do you? It's like as you say, like as long as you've got a couple of the right prompts, all I would need is name of the person, phone number, contact, name, phone, email, and what the message was.
Yeah.
So and then because I'm now transitioning into a separate, the rebranding thing, I lose that service.
Yeah.
So I now need to sort something else out, which is why we've been talking about it. Mm-hmm. But for me, I don't need any. I think your challenge, as Dan's just said, is like replicating as if you're speaking to that person.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, what the person calling, all they want is a resolution. They don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, some people might, but most of the time, if they call up to make a viewing, they just want to make the viewing. Like whether it's the next day, so you're calling them back to actually confirm it. What the AI can do is update the CRM. So I don't know what CRM you use, but the one that the estate agents we're using use something called Street. It updates the CRM. You've got the customer details in there, so you can go in, you can see when they called, their phone number, what the message was, and call them back.
I think it is amazing what can be done now.
Yeah.
For me, if I phoned up and spoke to AI Adam, but I didn't know I'd spoken to AI Adam, I'll feel a bit violated, I think.
Violated. Yeah. I think that's where you probably do have to be a bit careful in the...
Because there is a risk, because if AI Adam doesn't actually know the answer to something, what would happen?
Well, maybe, to be honest, in Adam's case, you wouldn't want it to be your voice anyway. You wouldn't want the owner of the company being the one that's taking all the admin. You'd want an assistant.
That's true.
You'd probably want someone.
You're right.
You wouldn't want it to be you anyway. You'd want it to be the manager or the assistant or the admin person, essentially. You know?
And do you get most people saying that they'd prefer it if at the beginning it would say, just to let you know, I'm an AI?
Yeah, it does that. If it can't answer, it kind of says...
Oh, by the way, I'm an AI.
By the way,
but not at the beginning, though.
Not at the beginning, no. Because again,
I'd feel like I'm an idiot.
But if you called up, and you wanted to make a booking, or you wanted to sell your house, and you got what you wanted from that call in like a minute, job done, right?
Yeah, no, I get it. I think it's amazing. I think it's really handy for a lot of people.
And the thing is like I could say that if I had. Because if I had the issue, because we talked about booking appointments, didn't we? And like the issue is like I like to manage my own diary, you know, like, and so if I know I've got a personal engagement that I haven't necessarily put in my work diary because it's a personal engagement, like a doctor's appointment or something like, and then you go chucking in because it can't see the, I suppose I can block it out with.
I was going to say you can use Calendly and stuff to block it out.
So to be fair, like there's obviously clearly ways around it, but I think like. Also you could say, okay, well, if I've got 2 hours either side of space of what the appointment, then I'm fine with it because I know it's not clashing with anything. Yeah. So I guess you can then start to refine it to be like,
it is so cool.
One of the things they didn't want the estate agent was giving out any dates because it's like, don't do that. Like, because obviously you change the dates all the time. I'd imagine don't tell them the actual date.
We always we always say that like we can do it most times, but actually also we need to be sensible with our time as well. I can't be going here just because the diary says I'm free. Do you know what I mean? Actually, if I'm going to Durrington here and somebody wants to see a place in Truton, I'm going to say no. Like ideally, I can't do Thursday. Can I do Friday? Because I'm either before or after, and I don't think I would ever apologise for that because it's got to work around us as well.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So I can see how that's probably like a sensitive thing. So so do you feel like what was first? Was it the candidates thing?
My candidates, yeah. So
because that seems like it would be really clean. Like there's like
really clean. It's one use case basically. So we launched it in March. Probably quicker than we should have because it wasn't quite ready. We had a prototype in my previous when I was full-time work. It worked and it was great. So we were like, let's launch it as a separate company. Went for it. And it did okay. Like it's still doing okay, but not enough to where we're comfortable to live, So we basically got back together with my old boss and now we kind of do a more broad range. We've got more products and my candidate is now one of them.
Nice.
So we've basically built up about 5 AI products that we can sell. Okay. But we're also we build bespoke to whatever you want, basically.
What's the extent of that? Like you say you build bespoke.
Yeah.
In what?
Well, so there must be. So our background is like IT projects, business analysis, project management, development of software. So like SaaS products that people put into the business. So a part of that process is capturing requirements of what you want. What's the problem in the business? What's holding you up from sales, from kind of admin, like all these different things that are taking up time or money. If you process map them out and say, right, this is what we're currently doing, we can look at it and say, right, if we build an AI tool here or an automation here, you can replace that. You can replace the person's time. You can replace the cost of another system. You can replace all these different things. Mm-hmm. So it's basically, building bespoke. What we've done is we've built up these products of the AI call agent, the recruitment tool. We've got kind of custom portals that we build. We've got general automation. We've got sales and marketing. Those are the 5. So we've kind of already got a base to start with. If someone wants a new platform to do all of their CRM and all their marketing from, we can build that, but we've already built them for other businesses. We're 50% of the way there. We just need to build the rest based on their requirements.
Rewind there. All the marketing.
Yes. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. In what way?
Cold outreach, emails, LinkedIn's, all the general. So
I've used Apollo before.
Yeah, Apollo, Clay, Fulham Rich, all these tools.
And Apollo, it did really work. It was brilliant.
Really good.
Yeah, it was good.
To be honest, that's not really my strongest point, is the sales and marketing side. Mine is more the AI agents and the systems and stuff, but I've done them in the past. Again, it's capturing the ideal customer profiles, working out what you want to say in your emails and your LinkedIn messages, that sort of thing, and then setting up the campaign pretty much. You probably know more about than I do.
Yeah. I was going to say we've said
I do.
Yeah.
yeah. And I won't defeat me yet. I think we said this on a few podcasts. My only real venture into AI is using Fixer.
The emails,
which EXP have bought shares in Fixer, and so like they got rolled out at the start of the year. That's insane.
Yes,
I don't think I'm using it right.
Well,
you might have to give me a lesson.
I'll give you a Fixer lesson.
Just because, I get it, it's handy, but I'm not really finding it that. At the beginning it was brilliant, but now
you probably don't get as many emails as us, though.
Well, I do get quite a lot of emails. Yeah,
so I'm getting 50 emails a day.
Yeah, I don't get anywhere near that.
Yeah. So like, it's. I think a lot of it is if you. So like a friend of mine has. A friend of my cousin's actually, but I was chatting to him a couple of months ago, and he was like, they run 2 restaurants, and so like every time that someone puts an order through, it's their email is linked to their like TPOS system in the restaurant, and then they get emails like receipt, order, receipt, order, because they want to track obviously how. So it's all stored on the kind of the centralized that they use in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it's also the email address attached to it gets everything. So he was like, we get about 650, 700 emails a day, and so I said, you have to do this. And now he just goes onto his email, and all of a sudden there's like 16 unread. Because they haven't quite been able to categorize them properly. But like you've got receipt, order, receipt, and then it will recognize the fact that because it's linked in with the system, it's recognized that like the orders, or what stuff they need to order, or stuff they should reach out on, or patterns. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's providing like a separate analysis of like, this was how many emails you got on this. This was the most, So it's almost doing what the actual what the payment system and the actual tills can do, but just stupidly simple.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, I could probably do without it, but I just rock up and I've got 14 inquiries to do, and then I've got 4 valuation requests to, and then it's banged out 4 emails being like, Hi, Josie. Thank you for your request for 1 Park Lane. You mentioned in your email you'd like to book in for 2:30 next Tuesday if possible. Should we put that in the diary?
Yeah, perfect.
Because it's recognised that's how you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll have a look. I'm no expert, but I'll have a look. Yeah.
I think it's it takes some time to set it up, doesn't it? Because you've got like mark emails at certain things, and whatever. Because a few of them were just going into marketing that I actually needed.
Right.
And I didn't see them.
So again,
it was in marketing.
Again, maybe I've got because we get it for free.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got like a more premium version or something. Because well, I don't know. Like I don't think
sorry, license.
Yeah. I don't think I did anything special, to be fair. So I think it's But to me, the AI, like I also this is a bit soppy, but like I've created like because my nan's got Alzheimer's dementia, she don't really know who we are anymore. But like she saw a couple of old photos.
Oh yeah,
and so I've created like a little video of like 16, 17 old photos that are then brought into video. It's about 1.5 minutes long.
Oh, I see.
And AI's like edited it together. And it's so cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these videos before. Yeah, they are cool.
But because don't get me wrong, obviously it can't bring exactly their faces to life. So I'm looking at it thinking, okay, if I look closely enough and really hard and I stop the clip and I zoom in.
Their ears are the wrong way around.
No, I have checked. But like when they're watching it, she's just going to see.
Yeah,
and he's going to see all of these like.
That's cute.
It's probably the most Christmas present I'm most buzzed about. But I think that's so cool, and like that stuff will only get better.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's like the whole thing we always say about like tech being such a curse.
Yeah.
But actually, like if you can use it for really cool stuff like that to evoke memories and like, do you know what I mean? Bring an old memory, probably 14 of those were black and white.
Yeah.
And now they're all in like colour and you know, like
amazing.
and you get that stuff. I'm so impressed with.
Yeah.
You know, and but then I guess as you said, it's like when you translate it to business, you've got to try and make it that all of a sudden my barrier to like looking like a good grandson's fairly low, right? Like in terms of like I've just put in the effort, that's all that is. Whereas like if it's my business, I'm saying going, I'm probably being a bit more critical, aren't I? So it's like I guess that's your challenge of like how do you broach it into like
well I think that's
not costing me money, right? That's all.
I think that's the thing with like where we're at with this business is that most people think that using AI is putting a ChatGPT prompt in to write their emails. Like there's so much more you can do with it. Like,
what's my Bitcoin investment strategy for next year?
I think there's definitely like a wider. I've only for the last year sort of looked into a lot of stuff that it can do.
Yeah.
But I think you're at a very advanced level as to it can do all of these things.
Yeah, I think we were lucky because our background was IT projects, so we kind of understood. Like I'm not really technical. Like that's not really my strongest point, but anyone can use these tools. Like a lot of the tools anyone can actually use, but it's like everything is more difficult than it sounds. It sounds really easy. You go on something like Lovable or build your own app, easy. And it is quite easy to get to a certain point, but you then need a bit of technical background, which I'm lucky because I've got. We started using ChatGPT like the day it came out. So we're just a couple of years ahead of where most people are. But it's just surprising. Like I've watched the pod and this is a pod and it's like, I do get surprised where people are at with it. I feel like everyone should be further along at this point already. I get it because, that's the way it is, but I'm surprised. We've done some business shows the last few weeks, like B2B expos where we've got a stand and we're speaking to other business owners. It's like 90% of people. Like I thought, I in my little bubble, working in my spare bedroom doing these projects that I thought most people would be at, and they're just not. And it's kind of really why I want to come on. Like I don't know. I think it's a little
reluctancy to dive
into
it.
A little bit of kind of obviously time. It does take time and effort to really dive deep and do something useful with an AI tool.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. Some of these tools are basically like ChatGPT. You're just prompting them, and it's only when you get to certain points. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this because I'm losing all the business because that's basically what we do. But like, people should start playing with these tools. There's loads of tools out there. Whatever you need, is it a dashboard? Is it a video? Is it all of these stuff? Like, there's tools out there that can do it.
I feel like this whole thing about, I think where so many people get business especially wrong is like, oh, I can do that myself, and I'm like, yeah, cool, you can sell your own house, but you can't do it as good as me.
That's it. Exactly.
I can build my own website with the help of what you said. I can't do it as well as him.
Yeah, of course.
Reluctantly.
Yeah. I use the
same thing.
Right, you fraud bot. But again, like I think we've got to get away from this attitude of like I can do it as well. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah,
we can all set up a restaurant tomorrow or a bar. I can't do it as well as somebody who runs 14 at a profit of.
And that's very true. That's very true with the AI stuff because because AI can be really frustrating if you don't know how to use it properly. And I think a lot of people have probably tried it and then realised that it's just another version of Google. It doesn't really do much. But then just ignored it and not explored what else it can actually do.
Well, a lot of our business comes from that. People starting to use these tools to build a website, a tool, a dashboard, whatever it may be, and they just can't see it through. But I think people should start to play with it to understand it because it will help you understand what you need and like what you want to build and what it looks like and so on. And ultimately, like the whole elephant in the room is that will it take jobs? Will it take jobs? But if you've got background and understanding the tools, there's a lot less chance that it won't take your job. Like if you do start understanding it and kind of, because there's the other jobs going to be created from it, right?
I was watching a guy who was like how I made. What was it? Like, it was like how I made my first $1 million from using just AI, advice from AI, and it was nuts. And it was like a 14-month thing, and he just sat there and he was like, I've got, it's like I've used AI a little bit, but like he literally like, and it was actually really good. I'll send you the YouTube link, but it was fascinating how like, he's just going on there being like, right, okay, I need different income streams, right? So he set up an e-commerce business by basically AI, like ChatGPT or Grok, I can't remember which one it was. Like first steps to setting up an e-commerce business. So he did it. Yeah. He just followed everything on the thing, and you see him doing it, and he's talking through it, and then all of a sudden he makes like nothing in the first 2 months, and then he makes like $4,000, $5,000, and then
basically what we did with my candidates. Same thing.
Do you know what I mean? Same thing. And then at the same time, and by the way, I think he has like 10 grand to put in at the start. So he's got like, I've got a capital of 10k. Tried to make it a reasonable amount, and then the next bit is like he put 2.5 grand into Bitcoin, and he put into what's your recommended Bitcoin strategy to make a certain amount, and he's like, so he put a little bit high risk, like quite high risk, and it paid off, to be fair, so that could have gone the other way. But it's just fascinating to be like, there's so many people complaining about where they are in life, what they don't have. Like, again, sounds like a bit of a brutal thing to say, but like, if you use these things, I'm not saying you'd be a millionaire like that, but like, come on, like,
it's there for you.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I find it so fascinating, and I think if you as a person are willing to get stuck in and learn it, I'm still a bit of a baby with it in terms of like how I use it, but
because you don't know anything about technology.
No, I do.
You had to get me to help you set up your phone.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Does it?
No, I used to know what my emails are. On your email address. Yeah. But like I think like I've started to get myself into it with like the fitness stuff I've been doing recently. Yeah. I'm sat there in the week before High Rocks going like, insert banter, but like, what to eat in the 36 hours beforehand. And it's like electrolytes, carbs, it gives me the grams and everything. Yeah. I felt so good that morning. Yeah. And I know full well what I would have done if not, and I would not have felt like that. Yeah. So like, there's so many different ways where like, just use it for like stuff that doesn't require a lot of brain power.
Of course.
I'm doing a 10k on Sunday. What should I eat? What should I do that? And you have your bacon and egg sandwich and you go out for a 10k and you wonder why you feel shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like
there's a real basic level to AI where it can actually really help you with just your day-to-day life.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, if we want to start talking about like scaling businesses and things, it's probably like a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think WALL-E has scared everybody.
Who's WALL-E?
The film. The ending of that film.
What is it?
WALL-E.
I can't remember it.
You've never seen WALL-E?
I have seen it, but I can't remember it.
At the end, it's like in the future, space in the future, and everything's like controlled by robots now.
I love that WALL-E is the one you went to. Of all the films you could have picked, like it's like Terminator.
That's the key one. That's the key one.
That's so cliche.
But at the end, they're all sat in these chairs. Everybody's really fat, and they're just getting controlled by these chairs. They're not really doing anything. It's just all VR and AI and all of that. So I think that, as stupid as it sounds, I think that has put people off or made people a bit worried about what AI, the power of what AI can actually do.
I think they should be as well. I really do.
Because it is. Yeah, it's Terminator.
You should be concerned.
Be scared.
Use it. Yeah. My favourite film of all time and my favourite series at the minute.
Your legs are fucking big, aren't they? Move them out of the way.
Sorry, Alan. Saw these squats he's been Interstellar is my favourite film of all time.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. And he's got obviously he talks to the robot, like that's it. Yeah, that's the sort of thing where I'm like, that was, because what was that, 10, 11, 12 years old now?
Something like that, yeah.
So that was clearly a little bit ahead of its time. Because that's so cool, because he's like, Tars, tell me whether this is possible. Tars, do this. Yeah. That's really cool. But also, obviously in real estate, if you like Selling Sunset, watch Charmaine.
Yes.
Tell her to watch Owning Manhattan on Netflix. It's so much better than Selling Sunset, because
I think she's probably watched it, to be honest.
It's so good. But Ryan Sahan, how do you say his name? He's obviously in New York rather than LA, and they're starting to implement a lot of AI in what they're doing, but they're utilising it in like a really. I mean, again, I can't do it justice by explaining it here, but you watch it and you see all of the stuff they're utilising. It's like marketing, it's like social media, but they're bringing in so much AI to kind of help work with them getting that to the right audiences. Yeah. Like, again, you see it really clearly on there. But I'm like, that's surely where AI is at the minute. It's we're all still people. And I think to a point, like, there will always be humans won't let humans disappear without a fight. Do you know what I mean? So I do think that there will come a point where it will go too far and then it will come back a little bit, or
you'd think that the people building it would be on top of that part of it, because who knows where it's actually at now. Like we've got this version.
You're thinking, what are NASA doing?
What's going on in China?
There are killing robots is going to be the end of humanity.
Kim Jong-un's just got.
It's got to be though, right? Surely, they're going to build AI robots that kill everybody.
Well, there's already driving cars, and they could technically do it.
There's already killing robots. They just haven't.
Yeah, we went.
Killed anyone yet.
We went in. I know this isn't the same, but we went in a Waymo in LA.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Waymo's driver.
It's the driving car.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
that's so weird.
Well, actually, I'm fairly laid back, but like you sort of sat there, like, and then Jen's there just like holding the.
How realistic is it though that AI can become intelligent enough to be like, oh, we could just take over this planet, and then crash all the cars that are driverless, blow everyone's computer up. Do all that.
But surely that's is that not the cliche about it that sort of sounds like we're all catastrophizing? Do you know what I mean? Is it all going to die? Is it just going to develop a mind of its own? How's that work?
No one's really talking about it though, are they? Like, no one's actually
I think everyone's just turning a blind eye.
This is a proper podcast episode. Catastrophization.
Of all the things,
we're all fucked.
Yeah,
we're all going to die by robots.
To tell everyone they're going to die. But of all things, right, that's
that's the title.
Everything that's going on. No one's talking about that. No one's talking.
AI expert says we're going to die by robots.
Mate, it's not why I came on.
That's so funny.
That is so funny.
No, it's not why you came on. So let's get back to that because Adam keeps distracting everybody.
Sorry, it's like when we had Paddy on. We didn't talk about Paddy. We talked about Clarkson's farm for like an hour. It's like, so is that real? Is that what he does? And then we got to the end of it, we were like, so you've got a farm shop? Just for like 2 minutes at the end.
So you've got one side of the business, then you've got your expert, AI expert, and that's your consultancy side as well. Are they two separate things? Is that your own thing? And then
both of them. I'm co-founder in both.
Oh, so right, okay, cool.
Basically, we were working at an IT consultancy called Project Partners. Myself and my co-founder of my candidates, Dan, and we were working. The CEO was called Mark. So we were all at we were all at Project Partners. We built this prototype, which was a recruitment tool for us because we were having problems with recruitment. So we built it for ourselves, and we were like, "This is amazing." Well, I swear on the podcast.
Yeah. I already have twice.
Yeah, you can. Swear.
We were like, "Yeah, this works for us. Let's take it to market." It just didn't work out. We couldn't really take it to market with Project Partners. So myself and Dan left to launch my candidates. We rebuilt it, launched my candidates. It was like amazing whirlwind first 3 months, but we were like, right, we need more money. Money's running out. So we got back together with Mark and we basically built the AI Pros because we had some clients already lined up, some different projects. We knew that if we were just in recruitment, like we're not recruiters, like this isn't really our industry, but it's just a recruitment tool that we've built because that was our problem. So we've kind of spread it and it's now...
So what was Project Partners?
Project Partners was an IT consultancy.
Right, okay.
So
you would be hired by more students?
Yeah, we had some really big clients. We had like DFS, Tesco Bank, like we were doing lots of like IT projects. I initially started as a business analyst and kind of worked up into kind of a transformation role. We had some really great clients, but we were kind of like, do we just go down the AI route? Do we stick with what we know? And we stuck with what we know. And so me and Dan kind of left with Mark's blessing. And now the three of us come back together to launch these. So myself and Dan are co-founders of my candidates. Myself, Dan and Mark are co-founders of the AI Pros.
Yeah, cool. So the My Candidates one, as an example, say you've got a company who is like a recruitment company, and they how would they use that your AI system to what benefits would it give them?
So it's kind of for both. It's for recruitment. We've only had one recruitment company use it. Mostly it's been smaller businesses who use it.
Okay.
That's kind of our target market, smaller businesses, so that they didn't have to pay recruitment prices. Essentially, they could do it in-house.
I get you. So rather than it being a platform for recruiters to use, it's a I need a member of staff.
Yeah.
And
actually, I can do it all myself.
So I fire up I log in, I
Yeah.
sign up, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you basically just walk me through the process of what I need to create a job advert.
Well, you don't even need to do it. It does it all for you. So you get a login.
Oh, sick.
You put in your job title, where you're based, what the parameters are, full-time, everything like that. You press go and it creates a job template for you, AI. So what happens in the background is the AI goes to your website, understands kind of your tone of voice, what you put out to the world, creates a job template based on the requirements for a project manager or a baker or a shop assistant or whatever it is in your company's tone of voice. Okay. You can then add to it or change it if you want to add certain requirements, take away. Once you're happy with it, press post. That's it. You sit back and just wait for people to come in. In the background, it goes off to all the different job boards, LinkedIn, Indeed. Candidates start applying, and then as they come in, the CV is scored by AI against the job template. So you get like a table of candidates.
That is really
so
cool.
Everyone who's no good. Basically, we were posting out like business analyst roles, project management roles. We were getting like 200 people apply for these jobs. They're like £500 a day contracts. People have just applying really. So it was like waste of time. So what it does is just take away everyone who's not relevant. Like not relevant's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Anyone who's not qualified, and you get a full profile.
Time wasting, basically.
Time wasting.
Yeah.
Bye. You get a full profile. You can send them a video, so they can do a video of themselves. So I want this job, blah blah blah. And you get a score. You get a breakdown of all of their attributes, all of their skills, experience, that sort of thing, and then you can shortlist them. You can move them through the funnel. Job done. Like that's your recruitment taken care of.
Yes. And so what? Like if we were to, let's say, have Liam McConnell wandering here after you, what would he say to that? Like would he turn around and be like, so he'd give it the whole sort of like, but you're missing all the person that like,
which is true.
Just playing devil's advocate.
You've just said Liam McConnell like he's famous. So
everyone knows Liam. Don't they?
He is famous. He's a legend.
Everyone knows Liam McConnell. So
for people that don't know Liam McConnell,
Liam McConnell? He owns Require Recruitment in Salisbury, Dundee. Really nice guy. Also manages Laverstock Football Club. So cool. Sort of a well-known character locally, but really nice guy. But he's obviously had Require for 20 years.
Yeah.
So again, like basically, he's the recruitment consultant that would be being replaced by.
Yeah, but I don't think. I don't think it is.
I'm not trying to cause trouble.
No, of course not. Yeah. I don't think it would be to
charity boxing match. Liam and Liam. Oh my god.
No, I don't think
the Liam Summit or something. Oh my god, this would be really cool, wouldn't it?
That's never the issue, because you can't replace. You're 100% right. Like you can't replace what a recruiter of 20 years could do. Like no way. But a small business. Most small businesses don't use recruitment companies. They try and do it themselves with their HR team. Like the one HR lady who's doing loads of other stuff.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm onto my third fairly shortly, and it's just contacts I've come into contact. But I guess that's what happens, isn't it? Like I knew Debs obviously previously. The lady who I've taken on for the new year, she's somebody who I'd come into contact with and was really impressed with on a professional level, like working not against her, but working alongside her and against her. Because she was really good, I was like, well, I want you on the team. Mm-hmm. So actually, there's going to come a point, isn't there, where I'm like, actually, the
agent and my candidate.
But it comes to a point where I'm like, okay, cool. This time I don't know anybody.
That for larger companies that need to have that personal touch on things, it makes sense that's the process. They go to Liam McConnell. Whereas yours, smaller businesses that don't necessarily want to pay, the fee for that. And instead, I'm guessing obviously yours isn't as expensive.
Monthly subscription.
Is it monthly subscription? Okay, I was going to ask that how it works. So with monthly, you got different tiers, or is it like?
Yeah, so it's basically we do one-off hire for £300, or there's monthly subscription for like £100, which basically is a minimum of 3 months. You can do 5 hires per month if you've got lots of hiring to do.
Whereas I don't know what the exact fees are these days, but I'm fairly certain.
So it's 20% of the salary.
So 15% of the yearly salary.
Yeah.
So you pay like 4 or 5 grand.
It's going to be, But it can be used in different ways as well. Like big companies, we've got 2 big companies that have used it. Just because they just want it quick recruitment. Like really, they're still doing a lot of the process after. They're still doing all the interviews and still doing all the kind of employment, but they're using it as a CV filter. Like get rid of these 100. We've got 100.
Yeah, I can
really
see it being
10.
so powerful for a company that also has a quick staff turnover, like a factory and that kind of stuff. That's ideal for factories.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Can you imagine if I put out a job ad for a sales negotiator in Salisbury? I'd have 200 people. Yeah, I'd be the same thing.
Let's run it.
Nope. Not yet. But it
would be interesting to test it.
What, on me?
No.
So you've got to be careful because you don't want to put fake jobs out.
Do you know what I
mean? Test it in a real scenario and see that in action. I'd be interested to see that.
Because I'd post the job, get 200 ads, and then just decide I didn't want anybody because I just couldn't go through to it. But actually, if I was like, can you give me everybody that's got minimum for 2-3 years experience?
Yeah. That's why we built it, because I was doing that. I was the one who was charged for looking into 200 CVs for a project manager, and it was just taking my whole day.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's mental.
And you're literally sifting through, drinking your coffee, like looking for buzzwords, aren't you?
You're only really, when you do that, you're really looking at, and again, I'm not a recruiter, so was no good at it anyway. You're pretty much looking at the first 10 and going, right, there's 3 in that first 10 that I can work with.
Yeah, scrap the rest.
Whereas with this, if someone applies at midnight, they're getting scored at 1 minute past midnight, and you get their score ready the next day when you come in. Like it's like
really efficient.
Really efficient. Yeah. Like there's no bias in it because it's AI.
So Liam should be, in theory, using your platform to do that first bit for him.
Yeah. So we're working with one recruitment agency that do that. Yeah, that do that.
That would make sense because actually, as I said, the expertise of a recruiter is not. The expertise of a recruiter surely isn't based around the idea of like, I can sit there
and look at the perfect CV. Most CVs are created by AI. Most CVs are created by AI.
The reason why
that's true.
The reason why people want our services rather than having a robot show them around the house is because, and I guess you could argue a robot could learn all of this. So again, slightly terrifying. But it's once you've got people through the door, once you've filtered people down, you're going actually the nuance of me knowing who the best buyer is doesn't always come from stuff on paper. It comes from like a tone of voice. It comes from do they keep eye contact? It does, like, if they ask me the right questions.
Yeah.
So like, as you said, if you can get that first little bit there, like, hey Liam, here's the 15 best CVs based on what you've asked for.
Yeah.
I'd then be buzzing to go contact those 15 people because I think the chances are 10 of these are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's probably my, you know what I mean?
Plus we do have the video, so if someone scores, so it's done on a percentage, if someone scores over 60%, it's set for its default, you can change that, then they get a video link, which is basically record yourself for 2 minutes and just add to your CV. Like, why not add to your CV, show them your personality.
No, like that.
That's an optional, I guess.
Optional,
because if it's a factory place or something, I guess
exactly. Like, there's a lot of industries where you're not going to get people doing that.
But I can see that being, especially with the fact that, like you said, most CVs are going to be made by AI now. Yeah. Does your AI also score the CVs in whether they're made with AI?
It tries to, we're not quite there yet, but it does. It looks
because I can imagine it knows. It can tell what's an AI.
It looks for that language.
Schools must be carnage now.
Schools, exams and stuff, they have got an AI detector.
There's ways around that, though, mate.
Let's chat after this. Imogen's GCSEs are coming out.
Imogen suddenly I'm not going to. That was going to be really horrible. I was just trying to say, Imogen's coming in here.
Imogen's going to look really clever now. She is very clever. Thank you.
She mugged me off across the market square. I'll never forget.
You still haven't given her a gift. That's why.
What was it? Nando's.
Yeah. You were going to give her a Nando's voucher, and she's still waiting. Because she did a leaflet drop. My daughter did a leaflet drop for Salisbury Business Podcast, and he said, "I'll get you a gift."
That's outrageous.
That was
outrageous.
6 months ago.
Okay, we'll sort that out after this because I feel pretty bad.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
you should feel bad.
What a shark!
I can tell her she can stop crying every night.
Slave labour. She's gone and just delivered some leaflets for nothing.
Work experience. But so with the AI, the fact that AI is so advanced now with the CVs and whatever, the video thing just gets rid of that then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the videos they use in AI videos.
Well, no, that is maybe the video is really good. So we built our own platform for that. So it's our own video tool. That's cool. That's connected. So it can kind of tell whether they're reading a script. It can pick up body language. It's really good. Again, a lot of people don't do the videos. A lot of people don't care about the videos. The businesses we work with, they're like, we're not really too bothered about that. We can take it from there. But yeah, it's a nice option to have, you know.
Because it is such a risk hiring someone. When you hire someone, you don't 100% know, even after a first, second, third interview, whether they're actually going to be good for that role.
Yeah.
So I know quite a few companies who have hired, and then a month down the line, they're like, "And this person isn't actually what we need."
Well, I think that's one thing that we. Again, Liam McConnell would have aftercare and stuff like that. We don't do that. It's a cheap service that will help you find candidates. It's over to you. At this point, we might go further down the line, but we're not a recruitment agency. Like, well, that's not what we do. We're just
it's a tool.
We're a software. It's a software company.
Yeah, I think.
And
I think
it's like at some point, if I suddenly have 20 staff, and and at that point, I know when I want somebody, and you chat to your directors about growth or whatever. I don't want to go back to the golf course.
No,
I want to just say, "Oh, Liam, can you just sort that out, and then let me know when you need me to come in to get the 3 best signed off." Yeah, do you know what I mean? So actually, you're right. Like when you get to a certain level, you probably, his services, you're paying for his consultant.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it's a whole package, isn't it? Yeah.
And so, who would you say is your like perfect customer for that tool?
So you said it earlier, high turnover of jobs. We don't actually have any factories. Call centres is a good one. Lots of high turnover
call centres. Yeah, I can see that.
Same job. So you post the same job out. What happens with the call centre that we were working with is they posted a job out, they filled it, that person left, like you just said in the aftercare, so they just went down the list and went, "Oh, that person, he's still available." In you go. And you could keep doing that. Technically, you shouldn't. If you had another job come up quickly, you wouldn't even need to post the job again. You've already got 10 or 15 candidates already in the system,
And so with that side of it, then how much marketing do you do for yourself for that company?
For my candidates, so we've actually just got a company doing some.
Not for that.
We've just got someone doing a little bit. So we did it. So again, we kind of we launched. We'll speak after this, mate. We launched in March, and it's just me and Dan, and we didn't really know anything about marketing. We paid for some ads, we did some cold emails. I got on LinkedIn, which I regret because I fucking hate LinkedIn.
Everybody hates LinkedIn. Really.
I hate it.
Everybody secretly hates
it. I'm there now. I hate it.
I post like once every 2 weeks.
But that's okay. It's when we first started my candidates, I was posting like 3 times a week. Just what am I talking about? No one cares. I hate it. Yeah. So I haven't been on there for a while. But again, I was posting on LinkedIn, trying to get myself out there, which I do think you kind of have to do. It's just shit. I hate LinkedIn.
Yeah, I've had a look at your website, and your website is really good.
Yeah, the website's nice.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The AI Pros one.
It'd be pretty budget if it wasn't, though.
Well, to be honest, the AI Pros one we've just changed.
Stuff,
The AI Pros one is coming out. I think we're pushing it live on Monday because the current one was put together really quickly. Like a lot of businesses, like our own internal stuff we need to sort out. We're so busy doing other people's. But we've got a really nice website coming for the AI Pros in the next week or 2 as well. So that'll be.
And so the business has grown quite well since it started, and
so my candidates has been pretty steady. Like we've got some early business, we've got some early traction, we've got a bit of investment. It was great, but we were both earning really good money at the consultancy, so it was like, well, what's going to happen here? Sure. So, but my the AI Pros is starting to really take off. It's been really crazy the last 2 months. January is like jam packed. It's looking really good, particularly on that side. To be honest, what we're hoping with my candidates is from winning other business with the AI Pros, we're trusted. By the way, you've got your portal, you've got your AI agent. How's your recruitment looking? We've also got this tool because that's what's happened already. We found that people buy one product and then they're like, well, what else can I use AI for?
Yeah, and as soon as they see how good that first one is, they're like, oh wow.
That seems to be what's happening.
Yeah, nice. That's cool.
But to be honest, most focus has been on the AI Pros the last 8 weeks or so. Yeah.
Honestly, knowing humans, because that's sort of my job is just humans, is I think if you learn it on a personal level. Without needing, like, let's say you run a business, try and figure out AI on a personal level first. Like, try and get it, because I'm going back to Alan in the new year to the workout lab to then try and like drop another 8 kilos next year. But I'm going rather than being like 107 to 95, it's like 95 to 87, which is going to be brutal, and it's going to need more. So I've already gone on there, and I've literally through basically just ChatGPT. About 45 minutes I sat there, bespoking it. I've now just got like I know exactly what I've got to buy every week for chicken, like grams of chicken, oat milk, how much I'm allowed with my cereal. I know it sounds boring, but it's like, it's literally that almost alone is gonna be the reason I can probably do it.
I feel like your ChatGPT history is hilarious. I feel like it's so funny. And I can almost guarantee that one of them is easiest way to get a 6-pack.
Well, yeah, just edit this photo.
That's a talk for that.
But do you know what I mean? So I found like my understanding of AI has developed because like I wanted some, again, I'm looking to invest some money next year. So again, it was like I looked into Bitcoin. I looked into like certain things because I want to spread stuff around. So then, but I already now, literally, I was about half an hour last night. I was just looking at Bitcoin because on the Manhattan property program. Do you
secretly work for them, or are you?
No, I'm tempted to message him and be like, sure, do you need a London office? Like, because it is shit. But they had a crypto guy selling a commercial unit, and the fair enough, the real estate agent came in and was like, from the firm was like, okay, should we? What did she say? Like, obviously traditional funds, but she was like, would you accept your money in Bitcoin? So as in, like, it was like £14 million for this like 5-story, commercial spot in like Fifth Avenue. And he said, yeah, but if you accept your fee in Bitcoin. And so she phones up Ryan, because obviously it's his choice, because it's not a bit unusual. And he goes, absolutely. Because he's famous for turning down the same thing in 2014. Where if he'd accepted, it was like a £4.5 million thing. And if he'd accepted that fee in Bitcoin, like the guy said at the time, that one sale, he'd now be worth £2.5 billion.
Jesus.
So that one Bitcoin, he said, no, pay me in dollars. So he did, and obviously that's just what it was. So he's a wealthy guy anyway. But yeah, he said if I'd literally done nothing else in my life rather than accepted that fee in Bitcoin, I'd be worth £2.5 billion now. So he said immediately, he goes, yes. But it's just like, I feel as though people get scared by AI, especially if you're running a business, because you don't understand it. You've never dipped your toe in on a personal level to be like, couch to 5K. Of course you can download the app, or you can literally just bring up ChatGPT and say, I want to run 5K by March. Tell me how to do it. And it just breaks it down as, do you know what I mean? Like,
I think I'm too stupid for all of that. I think I'm too stupid in a way of...
I wouldn't disagree, but...
What do you mean?
I think I'm too stupid in a way of, I am just worried that one day something will crash and then everyone will have nothing. That's got Bitcoin, and then I'll be there with all my cash, and I'll be like, fuck you.
I owe all your
Do you want some? No.
Well, yeah, but that's why...
Where's my Bitcoin?
But and also all the crypto billionaires end up dead.
That's true.
Don't they? Like it's always like Russian couple who made their first billion. It's like all of a sudden they're just eaten by a pack of wolves or something, and you're like, well, that's obviously not a coincidence.
Robot wolves.
Yes.
but do you know what I mean? I think for me, like, again, I'm not gonna. I'd want to put a bit of money in crypto, but it's like if I lost it, okay, but that's why any sensible investment banker would say, like, don't put all your money. Well, I guess I don't know, but I suggest that some of the advice is, well, let's do this, do this. Invest in a VCT here, so startups. You've got startups, you've got established, you've got crypto, you've got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, as I said, AI is like, and you're 2 years ahead of all of us, right? So like, you're going to see the development of this.
Yeah, why aren't you a billionaire then?
Well, not yet, mate.
Yeah, just hack into everybody else's. Do you see what I mean? Like,
well, it's one of the reasons we did these business shows was to go and speak to people face to face.
Yeah.
Because like, it is one of those subjects. Like, the amount of people we had come up to us at these shows. So we had a stand. We did 5 shows, all different areas of the country. Some people would come up and be like, oh yeah, AI pro. See the AI pros, and they're like, yeah, I'm really into AI. I'm not, and then not have a clue what they're talking about. Some people will come up to us,
just like him, like he just said a second ago. Yeah, I'm getting quite into AI. No, he knows how much chicken he needs to eat.
But I don't claim to know AI. Do you know what I mean? I for me, I know that I'm a novice at it.
Yeah.
But I actually think I'm starting to utilise it more and more.
But you understand it. Some people will come up and be like, I fucking hate AI. Like, literally, had people come up.
I was going to say, how much backlash do you get?
A bit, but I quite enjoy it now. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I guess because you've got all of the answers.
Yeah, because and I'm very much in the camp of, I don't want to see people lose their jobs. Like, I really don't. Like, I want it to be for the good, of course.
Bullshit.
Mate, I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. The last few weeks, the level of customer service I've had from 3 businesses has been so bad that I'm like, fucking hell, I wish that was AI. I wish that was an AI person I was speaking to.
And those are the people you don't have sympathy.
And I think that's a thing for you because you're in that industry.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't have that thought process. Like, I hate AI when I'm talking to them.
Call HMRC. See how you get on. Mate.
When I get that.
How is that still a thing?
The issue I've got is the chatbots. That is the bane of my life.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I posted on Facebook to say that I'm number 1 on Google now.
Nice one.
Someone reported my Google account and now my services are restricted. So obviously a competitor has got a bit sour and done that. So now my services are restricted, and I was stuck in an AI loop with a chat that was saying to click this button and then follow the process. You click that button, it followed the process to take you back to that AI bot. And I was just like, I hate my life.
It's bad building. That's all that
is. So I think AI has to be used in the right place.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like a human option has to be available.
No, you're 100% right. So all of our builds that we do currently, there's a human at the end of it to sign it off. Like all of the systems, obviously the call is different, but they're the ones that build it and they sign it off. So that is a key part until you've used it for 6 months and you know that it's going to work every single time. Then you can just deploy it. But you're 100% right. But a lot of companies don't do that. A lot of companies go, I'm going to save X amount per month on this. Go for it. Put it in place. So it is. Yeah, you're right. It is key to have that in place.
That option. I think the backup of a human.
It was quite funny the other day I was playing golf and over at Tidworth, and obviously I'm like, obviously there is AI, but this is just tech. But they've obviously now got the robot mowers.
Oh yeah.
But obviously clearly it's not intelligent enough to know that I was stood there. Because
it mowed you.
Take your toes off.
It's obviously it's like it's like yay high and like yay big. So obviously I moved out of the way, but it literally it was about this far away from me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to step out of the way, aren't I?" and so I'm thinking, like, again, even with tech like that, I mean, AI.
That's probably not AI, but that's
But you know, like you said again, that thing needs a bit more AI, because it didn't know that a human was stood in the way. What if I was a baby or something?
We should mow a golf course.
I'd have been mowed down.
Who puts a baby on the green of a golf course? Well, then you'd be dead.
Broken legs. Serious stuff, that.
But you could say that about a bloke on a lawnmower, right?
I'd like to think he'd see me or turn the thing off, or I'd just knock him off.
A blind bloke on a lawnmower.
No, I think tech and AI is in a interesting spot, isn't it? It's like
for sure. Yeah, I think it's at. So we kind of refer to it as we're at the website stage. Do companies 25 years ago, whenever it was, why do I need a website? Why do I need a website? Why do I need a website? It's kind of, it's moving, it's the same thing.
You've got the same as like the internet.
Yeah,
who's going to use the internet? Why would anyone want to do that?
It's the same. Like, it's going to happen for businesses, like all businesses. The big ones are already doing it. Like, it's just choosing the right thing that works for you at the right time, and making sure that a whole big thing for us is getting return on investment. So are you going to, it's not just buying a shiny AI tool for the sake of it. Like you said with the email one, like if you're not getting anything from it, why are you using it? Like really, it should be, what's my problem? How can I fix it? Build something to fix it. Does it work? Yes. Then I'm saving hours or pounds per month, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm hot on the return on investment stuff for my customers as well.
Otherwise,
there's no point in them paying me for a month or 3 months if I know that they're not going to get any result out of it. Except for Adam. I'll just tell him anything and then just buy it.
Yeah, no. Last night.
Which that blueprint that I said this secret idea that I'm actually going to release. Is something that I think would work for you as well.
What was it? Sorry.
I can't tell you on camera, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think AI can get involved in it as well, which it kind of already is.
So what I realise is now I'd be paying you 80% of that money, so you could just fuck around with AI.
Yep.
He's like, you need to pay me this month because I'm going to do like down your editing, and you're going to use AI to edit most of that. Yeah. So why don't I just go and edit it myself?
Video editing is a very.
I have tried a little bit.
It's really hard to use AI to video edit. Like we use this thing called Opus Clips, which I've cancelled by the way.
Really?
It was up for renewal, and it's crap, I end up just editing it myself anyway.
Right.
Because it's good in a certain way, but it just doesn't capture what you're meant to, like it says is put a hook at the beginning, and it's rated this video 100 out of 100, and really the hook is just completely irrelevant to what the video is, and it just doesn't make any sense. There were so many bits in the Andy Munn's podcast, for example, and Gareth's podcast, that I was like, oh, that'd be a really good short, and it didn't pick up any of them.
As in you're thinking as we're recording it in the moment. Like
I'm always thinking what's going to make a good short. Like Killer Robots is obviously the main short. Yeah. Cool, excellent. Okay, well, so our last episode was an hour and a half, and people tend to drop off around this.
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
Where do you see the next 2 to 5 years? Is it do you see yourself going in one of the directions, like the AI pros, or the if you manage to then pick up with the recruitment side of things, because that's where do you see the next kind of 5 to 10 years going?
Yeah, so we want to build out the AI pros essentially. So we're hiring a couple of people in the new year. Some more development, some more kind of testers and so on to make sure everything's working for our clients. So we want to grow the business out. I think we've got a kind of steady increase of right now, but really could explode. Really could. Once we could even build up a portfolio of even more tools that we can offer. We've not even tapped into. Let's target all the recruitment, all the estate agents in the country, because if your competitors is using it, you should be using it. So we've got all these avenues to do. Might be launching a third business. Although I probably am launching a third business in January.
He's going to have So what do you do? Well, I actually don't know.
Just AI. No, it's a football analytics thing with Kate.
Nice. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we're speaking to a League One club next week. So that could be another...
wow.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And what's that to do with with that? Is that to do with health and performance?
No, it's analytics on the games.
Okay.
Hiring new footballers.
No, there's no hiring involved, unfortunately. Again, not going to go into it too much because we're not quite there yet.
That's
kind of tested. We've been testing, and it could be really good. Yeah, it could be really good. Yeah, it could be really good.
Have you ever watched Moneyball? With Brad Pitt.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe, right? Yeah. Where he's
no, it's more for non-league clubs.
Okay.
Who... Yeah. Next, maybe let's do another one in a year's time.
We'll do another podcast in a year's time.
That's a great film because him and Jonah Hill, they basically that's the
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
that's
such. Yeah, I love that film.
Yeah, it's really good.
But that concept is also quite fascinating, isn't it? Is that
all clubs try and do it now, like football clubs try and do it. Brentford and Brighton and everyone, that is the thing now.
Picking out underlying metrics of things that they think will. Yeah. And to be fair, that to me is where the human brain is amazing at nuance, emotion, grey area, in between the stuff that you can't necessarily see on paper.
Yeah.
But what the human brain isn't clever enough to do a lot of the time, unless you're Einstein or some advanced mathematician, is to do stuff like Moneyball.
Yeah.
Where where you can actually take a certain formula, platform, data, and go, actually, is there anything in there I'm not seeing that actually logically, based on some quite provable theories, would equal performance?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That to me is
and it's still not completely proven. It still needs to happen in real life.
Absolutely.
That gives you every chance to.
Then you're then you're taking someone like Visser or Burma, and then all of a sudden they're going
that's it.
Do you know what I mean? Actually, you wouldn't have looked at those players when they were playing in League One and gone. Yeah. And now they're both great pros. So I did think that's really interesting.
I think it's AI is very.
That to me is where its value is right now. I think if I had to break it down, is stuff that my brain can't do.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. But it's if that's where I see it now. Yeah, I think you're right. In the future, it's it'll be ingrained into all forms of our lives. But I also do think it'll do it. I think if we can maintain it alongside what we do as
definitely. That's
humans,
the game,
I think that's the idea, isn't it?
You want it to do the stuff half of these things that we sell is to make your life easier. If you're a business owner, you don't have to be working at night, or it's to give your staff the opportunity to focus on more important things, sales and all these sorts of things. So, that is kind of the sell. It's not let's replace people. Robots are going to kill everyone. That's not the game plan. It is to use it to your benefit. Like again, I've said at the start, like people are using it to do stupid things, like how much chicken do I need to buy?
Hey, my fridge is now broken down. Day 1, day 2, week 1.
No, I love it.
I did actually use ChatGPT last night. Because
why don't I have a 6-pack?
No, I got home from work and the kids were like, "Oh, can we do something?" And it was like 7:00, and I was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I couldn't find anything, so I then said to AI, I said, "ChatGPT, 3 kids, 15, 11, and 2 need something to do in Salisbury. It's cold and it's 7 p.m. and everyone is bored."
Go on.
The ideas were shit.
Yeah, but
it said to take my 2-year-old bowling.
No, that's good. You can put the little ramp down, and
he can't do any of that.
Okay, well, did you specify 2-year-old?
Yes.
What? As in, you said for a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it wasn't very good, but that's just because my beginning message was so crap.
Yeah,
and that is really important.
Because you didn't say please or thank you.
It's your
you got to hit ChatGPT with pleasantries.
I think anybody that's using ChatGPT needs to know how to ask it questions.
For sure.
Because as soon as you realise how to actually ask it a question, so I use it for some stuff for my own business, and it's just a case of you have to make sure that your prompt is correct.
For sure.
Otherwise, you're going to get the wrong, and it's going to be frustrating and all that stuff.
Have you looked into SEO for Google and stuff?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's moving away from Google. People don't Google things now; they put it in ChatGPT. There's lots of techniques for getting your business onto language models, Grok, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That could be the content that you create and have on your website. Like I was listening to a speech the other day where a company was in America. They were posting about their competitors on their website, like in a blog, so that when that came up, if that came up from ChatGPT, the link would be to your website.
This is what I said, right? This is what I do anyway.
Yeah, I know, but
so one of my big tips for all of the companies that I help that want to get up SEO quite quickly is you do a blog that is basically top 10 Wiltshire companies.
That's exactly it. That's not exactly what I'm talking about.
So I'm way more advanced than AI because I posted this blog for FDC Recovery.
As it works though, have you ChatGPT'd marketing services into?
So one of the yeah.
Not for me. I haven't done it for myself.
Let's go live. Let's do it.
Because again, one of the things that EXP are very good at is that because they bought a stake in Fixer, and so that became like they're huge on AI, and actually same thing as you, like people are actually popping into ChatGPT now, like best
that's what people
best broker in Houston, Texas for
11th of March 2019 top roadside recovery businesses in Wiltshire. And then this is one of my customers, and then I've literally done like a little paragraph at the beginning, which basically, this is the key bit here. I'll see if I can put it up on the camera, on the screen. It says, it may look odd for us to advertise our competitors, but we're confident in our solutions. And then solutions is highlighted, and all of that. And then it's got like some local companies, which they appreciate as well. They're like, oh, brilliant. Thanks for listing us. But the main thing is that people will just click this and then press call.
Yeah.
Like nobody even really scrolls on this page, but this is their number one where they get their calls from.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
Oh, well, good.
So basically, I'm better than AI.
but that's proof, isn't it? Of what we're saying is like the human brain has still got too much context for how we're actually living than AI.
Of course.
So a human who knows how to use AI at this minute is going to be the leading kind of. That's your optimum. But you'd still rather, kind of have a bit more about you, but not how to use AI rather than the other way aroround.
Yeah.
So I think that's clever. That's fair enough.
Yeah. So last thing, because how long have we been going?
Hour.
That's all right.
I've got 14 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. Last thing is, if you're going to give any advice to business owners, or anybody who's sort of managing the AI within a business, what is your piece of advice when it comes to AI? What would you say to them?
I think
phone us.
Yeah, phone me first. Phone me first. But if not, understand your processes. Like, what is it that you want to solve? What's the issue in the business? Because there is something that can be done. Like, there is an automation, there is a system, there is an agent, whatever it may be. Have a look at tools that could fix it. Like, it may be that you can not even see it through to build something for yourself, but you can basically understand your requirements. A lot of businesses don't understand their own process. They don't have their processes written down. So yeah, understand what the process is, write it down, or, part of what we do is to do that. Get someone else to write it down, whether it's us or not. And then, research what you want to do, essentially. Honestly, any automation is doable, even if it's just pick something up from a system, put it in another system, send an email. Like, that can save you hours per week. Like, there's lots you can do. Like, just tap in a little bit. Like, something will happen soon where you're going to need it, and don't be too far behind.
I feel like you are 100% going to be a billionaire.
Not to open a can of worms, because we've got to finish, but I think that's such a good point, is that people blow AI out of proportion. Like, they go, it's AI is this. Yeah. And actually, the example you gave, move that process to that to mean that gets sent out. That like a really small tweak, which is a piece of cake for you, won't probably be that exhaustive cost-wise for the business. Will save them 4 hours a week.
Exactly, So if you're working at night, if you're doing the evenings, you've got to do your invoices or whatever it is. Like,
are we looking at AI on a global scale, on like a massive scale? Because that's what we see in the news, and that's what we see with Elon Musk and all this lot. But actually, in your life, day to day,
it's what's specifically
AI is whatever you want it to be.
Strapline.
That's a strapline for AI.
It's just artificially intelligent, isn't it?
I need to trademark that quick.
No, you don't. And on that note, do we have a question to ask Liam, or we sack that off?
We kind of sacked that off now because we couldn't keep remembering the questions.
It was getting a bit weak, wasn't it? To be fair, so
and we haven't even in the darts anymore. We need to come up with something.
Yeah, the darts was quite fun, but then I won, so
we should ask
you stopped doing it.
You had a dartboard, did you?
Yeah, we did. You had 3 darts, and I had the highest score, so he stopped doing it.
That wasn't because you had that. It's because we moved into here, so it's not my office anymore. So we had to keep moving up there to do it.
The best one was Alan, who was like, he hit 2 shockers, didn't he? Like 3 in 1 or something, and then he was like, I'm just going to hit the ball, and just launched it, and it hit the ball, and we all screamed because we thought but then we realised he was still below what I had anyway. It was like,
we all screamed.
I mean, we did.
We did.
It was like, thanks for coming.
No, I really enjoyed it. Thank you both. Nice one.
I think you'll probably add yourself to the list of people who end up working with us after recording. I've actually realised that we're not helping local businesses. Well, aside from the fact that we end up employing them.
I thought when I was talking about they're based in Birmingham. We've been shows we're not actually in Salisbury yet with anyone.
I think interesting. Yeah,
you should definitely do it.
So Prue does my financial advice now. Gareth did my new logo. Sold Andy's house. What else? Who else have we had?
Alan.
Alan. Yeah, my PT.
Your PT.
Yeah, he's taking about $4,000 off me
this year. That you need,
Well,
I want to speak to you about services as well, because I think video content for us would be really beneficial. Nice. Showing people the tools, like we spoke about them, but people still wouldn't maybe understand it from me just talking about it. Seeing it would be great. So I do want to get into some video content, but maybe we can have a conversation about that in the future.
I think we definitely should.
Yeah, all right, nice one.
All right, thanks, mate.
Cheers, boys. That was fun.
Oh my God, I'm literally catching food.
Yeah, so am I.
When we get in the flow of it, we'll need some sort of jingle.
Salisbury Business Podcast. Salisbury Business Podcast.
Why, just off the cuff?
Yeah.
Did you just think of that?
What is that though? Why
I'm kidding. It's shit.